Here we are with our 1999 Tige 2000i. As you can see, very little in the way. Markings on the hull, a few on each side, but it's pretty hard to see unless you get up close to it like that. There's a reason for that. The reason is that this vessel, even though it's a 1999, only has 110 hours on it original on the 5.7 liter V8, and it's a Mare Cruiser. The original owner had this boat in storage. This owner has purchased it, refinished the teak, as you can see here. This is the original Teak Deck, and it gleams and shines. The photos do a great job of showing the condition of it. As we come down the transom here, there's the TAPS system plate, as well as the prop and diverter. And we'll zoom in on that so that you can see that prop's in great shape, as is the diverter. And here are the pickups, both port and over here to starboard. As you probably know, that's a pull pin here on the support for the swim platform in case you wish to remove it. Moving up onto the transom, here's the fuel fill right here at the very back with the venting under the step pads. Coming around starboard here, aft, you can see once again very minimal markings on the hull, a few scratches across the decals. That's about it. The rest of it in great shape as we move up the gunnel. It does appear that at one time there was a tower mounted over the helm here, and so as you can see here, one mount still exists up on the bow of this Tige. Here's our navigational lights up to the tongue. This vessel trailer does not have brakes. It's a 1991 Shorelander made by Midwest Industries. But the vessel is light. Dry weight on this vessel is 2775. So not heavy. Alright, we'll go inside in a minute. There you are, your 1999 Tige 2000i. Okay, here we are looking at the engine of this 1999 Tige 2000i. As you can see, it's a Mare Cruiser 5.7 liter competition V8, 110 original hours. Hoses and belts were replaced, as even were the water gaskets, because the boat had been in storage and the current owner wanted to have all of that done properly. Current owner intended to keep this for a long time, but ultimately has gotten into a remodel project now. So as we look at this engine, I'll zoom down now into the bilge so you can see the cork is out all the way at the bottom. You can see how dry and how clean it is down here. And that's our 5.7 liter. Okay, here we are at the interior. We'll start with the helm on our 1999 Tige 2000. This is a vessel, as I've said, that has only 110 hours. And sure enough, there's your hour meter. With the glare, it might be a little difficult to see, but there's your 110. Okay, full set of gauges, complemented by the TAPS system that Tige uses. It's great for wakeboarders and slalom skiers, as you can see. TAPS plate is in the photos. Fuel gauge. Of course, the two speed monitors drive the two speed gauges, as you can see here, and then the RPMs are just below. Over here are your oil, your temp, and your voltage charging system. It's a tilt wheel. New stereo system put in by this owner. Stereo has detachable faceplate, Sony head unit, and as you can see, it's actually going through its demo here, showing you some of the capabilities that it has. So we zoom out, we get over to the accessory gauges, and you probably noticed that kicker speaker sticker there. That's because there's the subwoofer right there, driven by this 1500 watt extreme amp. There is also an amplifier that runs the rest of the stereo speakers right there, and you'll see that in the photos. Over 2,000 watts total for this system. The carpet and the interior were completely replaced when this owner bought the vessel, because it had been in storage, not for any other reason. He just wanted to keep the boat for a long time. So here we are now, looking at the engine cover, and that actually will go down port side here as we move. As you can see, the interior reflects that it was replaced and is in great shape, as is the cover. You can see the stereo speakers built into both starboard over here as well as port side over there, and the front speakers have a pile driver, looks like tweeters on there, right there, as you can see. So that's what the second amplifier runs. And then all of the areas for storage are pretty evident here. The windshield does open up if you want to walk up onto the bow. Rear view mirror gives you an idea as to passenger lounge, as well as the space provided back here, looking down onto the swim platform and the fuel fill. Now we'll go over here. This did have a tower on it, as I've said, so you'll see that there are some mounting holes that were evident. Looking here underneath the passenger seat, got dock lines, as well as a ski rope, tow rope. Tiny bit of color transfer onto the vinyl from something. And then here, got the glove box, as you can see. And then underneath the glove box, we get into the anchor and the battery, as well as the paddles and life jackets. Because it's a closed bow, it may not be quite so easy to tell, but it's quite deep in here and a very large space. There's a remote for the stereo system that is mounted just there, but you can pick it up and take it with you. Tilt steering, I may have already said that. And that is the interior of our 1999 Tige 2000i.